Hey guys, so today we're going to be sitting down and playing with some new products from Wet n Wild. We have these two to try out, so if you guys would like to hear my thoughts on the new Dewy foundation and the new Jelly highlight, then just keep watching. So I did find both of these at my local CVS. They've revamped the planograms. They have the new products in, so check your local drugstores if you haven't been able to find them yet. They are coming. So I'm very curious about these. I did try the previous photofocus foundation. I thought it was okay. I wasn't obsessed with it. It does smell a bit like paint, so I'm curious to see if this one is the same. It says hydrates and smooths complexion for a luminous finish, buildable coverage for normal to dry skin. I have normal to combination skin, so we'll see how well this works for me. I have the shade Soft Ivory, so we're gonna dive right in. First, let's see what this color looks like. All right, it's the same paddle wand. It has a different smell. It doesn't smell like paint like the previous one did. It smells more like Sharpie or markers. Yeah, definitely more of like a Sharpie smell than a paint smell. So let's see what this shade looks like on my skin. It looks like pretty decent coverage actually, but I think that shade will be fine for me. So we'll just jump right in. So I'm going to start off with a sponge, and I'm just going to kind of dab some on the back of my Maybelline Face Studio sponge and do one half with the sponge and see what we think. I might have too much. I feel like it is a pretty good match. In the light it looks very pale, but I feel like that's because of how luminous it is. It isn't as pale as it looks reflecting the lights. But I feel like this covered pretty well. I mean, I would say you have a nice medium coverage. So far so good. Let's try the other side with a brush. It's definitely a lot streakier with the brush. Can you guys see the brush strokes, the stroke marks in my makeup here? So I would not recommend applying with a brush, so I'm just gonna smooth out with my sponge. And I would say that this smell is like a hybrid between baby wipe, so not like baby powder, but like baby wipe and Sharpie marker. It's like a combination of those two scents in a bottle. I don't know, but let me zoom in to show you what it looks like before it has time to set, before I add anything else on top. So here you go. So it looks nice and smooth, nice and dewy. It's not really minimizing pores. It's not really accentuating them. It's just kind of putting a layer on top of what's already there. I did not use any primers or moisturizers, so this is just what I am starting with. So I'm gonna hop off, add a little concealer and some blush, and we'll be back to try this jelly highlight. See you in a bit. Okay, so I went ahead and added some concealer, some blush, some bronzer, lips and brows, and I did not have to end up setting that foundation. It set down by itself, which is really nice. You can keep that kind of radiant glow that you have and not add any powder on top. Now I did powder my under eyes and my, like around my nose, because that always gets oily and I didn't want this to move throughout the day. But I think that it feels really nice. It looks really nice. You can kind of still see the glow on the forehead. A little bit of glow on the cheeks, but I did add a little bit of products on top of that. So now let's try the jelly highlight. I know that several of their collections did launch jelly highlights, but this is the first one that is a permanent product in their end cap in their regular collection. This is Blaze and Glaze, and that is all it says. I don't know if I've ever used a jelly highlight before. I've used ones like in a pressed pan from Wet n Wild that I really loved. I have tried like stick highlights, but I don't think I've tried a jelly highlight. So this will be my first jelly highlight. I've never tried the Farsali one or anything similar. So let's see what I think. It's sealed, which is good. Okay, it's coming off in bits and pieces. I'm gonna make a mess taking this lid off, so give me a second. This is probably one of the messiest lids to take off. They probably could have made this a little easier to remove. I'm getting covered in highlight. Please don't go everywhere. Okay, now there's so much product on this lid. I think I'm just gonna work off the lid. You can see the product in here. There's so much here, I don't want to waste it. This is definitely one you do not want to drop on your pants. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I have a feeling I'm not gonna need even close to this amount. And there is the shade of the highlight, really pretty. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna dot some on the back of my hand and work from there. It's very creamy, very emollient. I'm just gonna dip my sponge in and kind of apply to the cheekbones and see what happens. It's pretty, but I feel like I'm getting like the streak of highlight, so maybe I can blend it out a little bit. Okay, it's nice, but I feel like this is going to be a difficult formula to apply the right way with a sponge. I feel like that side worked a little bit better. Let me try the bridge of the nose here. Okay, it's definitely blinding. It's definitely very blinding. I feel like a little bit goes a long way. I feel like this is the type of product that you could probably mix in with your foundation for that beautiful all over glow. I feel like the shade is all right for me. Like there isn't a base color, so it's not too dark for me. I feel like a variety of skin tones could wear this because there doesn't seem to be a base color. It's just like a nice champagne shade. Honestly, there's like a hint of peach to it, a hint of gold, like that nice fine line between the two. So I mean, it is nice, and it does seem to be setting down already on my hand. So I suspect that this is already set down. Doesn't feel wet, doesn't feel tacky. So they are quick setting products, which is nice when you're working with like cream gel formulas. So the foundation set pretty quickly. It didn't need to be set with a powder. The jelly highlight set down pretty well, doesn't seem to be going anywhere. So those are the two products that I had to try from Wet n Wild today. As of right now, I'm liking both of them. I think the foundation went on really well. I love the fact that I didn't have to set it with a powder, but I'll let you guys know if that changes throughout the day. It's about 12:30 right now, so I'll try to give you guys an update either at the end of the video or in the description bar below, or on Instagram, so make sure you're following me there at melindajoy926. I will try to do updates any which way I can. I have 3 kids currently, and sometimes I just forget. Hey guys, so it is about 3:30 in the afternoon, so the foundation and the highlight have been on for about 3 hours, and I'm still really impressed with this foundation. You can see that my face still has like a nice glow, but it doesn't look greasy, it doesn't look oily, it doesn't look gross. Tamagotchi alert. So I think it looks really nice. The highlight, I mean, I like it, but I don't think that I like it more than the other powder highlights that I use on a regular basis. So I probably won't be reaching for the highlight a ton, but I am really, really impressed with this foundation. So I have to say that that is definitely the standout for this video. So good job, Wet n Wild. So hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions and try on video of the new products from Wet n Wild. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.